fire seeks one.
Hi everyone, it's Kay. Welcome to my build guide for Soulwrest Phantasm Necromancer. This build uses several build defining uniques to summon a small army of phantasms. The build is very easy to play. You can even play with just one hand. It has good survivability, decent damage, and clear speed, and the overall cost is low to medium. In this guide I will talk about the key mechanics of the build, the passives Ascendancy and Pantheon, and gear including gems and links. Soulwrest is a unique staff that summons phantasms when you consume a corpse. The limit is 10 phantasms, but you can increase the limit to 21 by socketing the Summon Phantasm support gem. This build uses 3 uniques to auto-summon and sustain phantasms. Corpse Walker spawns corpses while you move, so there is always a source of corpses, even in boss fights with no added monsters. Then, Kitava's teachings consumes a corpse every second, and Devouring Diadem can consume up to 10 corpses every 5 seconds. So all you need to do is just run around. There are several layers of life sustain. Firstly, Soulwrest gives 5% life regen when you consume a corpse, which is happening all the time. Secondly, Surging Vitality gives a life regen boost every 4 seconds. Thirdly, when phantasms die, Life from Death gives you some life regen as well as life recovery for your other minions. Kitava's teachings gives 5% life recovery every second. And lastly, Diadem can recover up to 4000 life every 5 seconds. Both of these are life recovery, so they will work even in maps with no life regen. The build uses 4 support minions for buffs and debuffs, 1 Carnage Chieftain for frenzy charges, 1 Host Chieftain for power charges, 1 Krabby to increase core damage taken by enemies, and a Carrion Golem to give extra base damage. Here's the passive tree for the build. Note that Ravenous Horde is anointed on the amulet. And the other important notable is Sovereignty to reduce mana reserve. There are 2 sets of class jaws. The large jaws are minion damage with 8 points and 3 notables. Only allocate Renewal and Feasting Fiends and do not allocate the third notable. There are 3 medium jaws with Replenishing Presence and Vengeful Commander, and 1 jewel with Blessed Rebirth and Life from Death. There are 2 small jewels with Surging Vitality, 1 jewel with Enduring Composure to generate endurance charges, and a Kitaba's Teachings unique jewel. In the 4 jewel sockets, use Ghastly Eye jewels to increase life and minion damage. For the Ascendancies, use Commander of Darkness to help with balancing elemental resist, Unnatural Strength to increase the level of the support minions, and Plague Bringer to buff and debuff when there are corpses around. I like to use Lunaris and Shakari for Pantheons. Here's an overview of the gear including gems and links. The build uses many uniques, so it's important to get lots of life and res on the rare items. The weapon is Soulwrest. The sockets do not need to be linked, but you will need 4 blue and 2 green sockets. The gems are Summon Phantasm, Minion Damage, Control Destruction, Predator, Hypothermia, and LMP. Swap LMP to Cold Penetration against endgame bosses. The helmet is Devouring Diadem, and the gems are Generosity, Hatred, Zealotry, and Skitabots. For the gloves, use Triad Grip with 4 green sockets for 100% code conversion. The gems are Dash, Sniper's Mark, Second Wind, and Phase Run. You only need to use Sniper's Mark for boss fights. For the body armor, use a 6 link with a good life roll and craft increase maximum life and mana. The gems are Carrion Golem, Raise Spectre, Feeding Frenzy, Elemental Army, Empower, and Life Tap. The boots are Corpse Walker with level 7 cast when damage taken, linked to level 9 Immortal Core and level 10 Convocation. I like to use a lower level cast when damage taken so that it triggers more often. There's also a linked armor brand for EE. The amulet is Jinx Juju, anointed with Ravenous Horde using 1 Verdant and 2 Opalescent Oils. For the rings, get as much life and res as possible. For the belt, use a Stygian Vice to socket a Ghastly Eye for extra life and minion mods. Lastly, the Flasks are a Life Flask with Staunching for bleed removal, Remy's Concoction, Quicksilver for speed boost, Basalt for fizz damage reduction, and Jade for extra evasion. Thanks to all my patrons for your support. You guys are awesome. And there are more patrons in the other tier. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this build guide video for my Soulwrest Phantasm Necromancer. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching!